Welcome once again to Wide Angle. President Rafsanjani has always maintained that as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned, the present regime in Riyadh is the best for everybody in the world. Because should it change, then you have much more of a balance. It tilts towards more Wahhabism, more Salafism, which nobody wants. Is this view shared by the rest of the establishment in Tehran?
Well, Iran is interested in stability in the region. For us, security and stability of our neighbors is paramount, and we consider their stability and their internal security as our own. We do not interfere in the internal affairs of other countries. It is for the Saudi people to decide. But we believe that stability in Saudi Arabia, which has been an extremely important consideration for us, is going to be a serious concern for everybody.
Tell me, talking of Saudi change, the 888 formula in Lebanon, is that not some kind of a mood of readjustment in the area, that Hezbollah and Hariri and the Christian group, they all should have an equal stake, more or less? Do you see that as?
Well, I certainly welcome that. When I was in Lebanon, in fact, I encouraged all groups in Lebanon, and I had an opportunity a couple of weeks before that agreement was finally finalized to talk to everybody and to encourage them to go with that agreement. Of course, the details are for the Lebanese to decide. And I believe those, and I do not want to name names, but those who tried for 9 months to prevent the formation of a Lebanese government did not help stability in Lebanon. And unfortunately, Lebanon suffered. The people of Lebanon suffered because of that. So it's an important achievement. Whether this achievement was by design, or whether this achievement was something the wind of change could not be resisted, is something that the future will tell. But I hope that everybody will now that we have this underground in Lebanon, we have a government underground in Lebanon. I hope that everybody with influence in Lebanon will come together to make sure that we have a stable, sustainable government in Lebanon that can continue.
What is the big agenda you have with India?
The big agenda is to be able to work on the project that you pointed out, on the corridors, on cooperation between the two countries. India and Iran now are sitting at a historical juncture where we can in fact expand our relations to a degree that will have the predominant influence on peace and stability in the region, which is in the interest of everybody. It's not against anybody. It's in the interest of everybody. But Iran and India, as two major players in this region, can be the source, the instigators of greater cooperation, greater understanding, greater prosperity in the region. It will be certainly beneficial to our people, particularly to the people living on the eastern side of Iran, to Pakistan, to Afghanistan, to people in Central Asia, and to India. So everybody will benefit from this, and we hope that we can do it during this trip. Of course, I'm very ambitious, but I know that I can do this.
One final question. I know the time is running out. Russia has stood square behind you and behind Syria on the situation in Syria, for which it may be having to pay a little bit of a price in Ukraine now. So in Ukraine, things are going out of the way. How do you see a linkage?
Well, I don't like to see any linkage, because I see the developments in Ukraine as hurting everybody. People of Ukraine are suffering. Stability is suffering. We see unfortunate instances of interference. So we do not believe in such grand strategic games. And I believe it is important. I believe Russia has played, even from an American point of view, a constructive role in Syria. It helped the United States avoid a very costly mistake of getting involved in a military adventure.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Thank you. Thank you.
Good to be with you.